Fey creatures of the wilderness, the Sylvaneth can appear capricious or cruel to some. But really, we are the offspring of the goddess Solarial, beings of nature, creatures of life magic whose flesh and sinew are crafted from the living boughs of the wildwood. And though our motivations may seem inconstant, our deeds whimsical and strange, we are beings that safeguard the natural cycles of the mortal realms and cleanse the land of that which taints it.
Is it wrong to steal a loaf of bread to feed your starving family? What about stealing souls to save them? We of the Eidolon don't believe so, for what choice do we have in order to survive? Those whom we steal from would surely think us better extinct, but it is all for our children, our people. And so we come from the deep, to take what was denied us and to fix the wrong of our Creator. But lament not, for you will not remember us anyway.
Hey, welcome to another battle report. Today we are playing Tectonic Interference, right? Yeah. So it's my 2,000 points of Sylvaneth Deepkin versus Andy's 2,000 points of Sylvaneth. And we'll see you after deployment.
Hey, I'm Andy, so I'm playing 2,000 points of Sylvaneth, and I'm bringing the Heartwood Glade. So I've got a Warlord Battalion and a Battle Regiment, so I'll go over my Warlord Battalion first. So that's made up of Durthu, who is my General, and then the Warsong Revanent, the Arch Revenant back here, and then some Kurnoth Hunters with swords right here as well. And then the rest of my army is the Battle Regiment. So let me go over the what the army does. So Heartwood, the generic thing is +1 to bravery if you're wholly within 12 inches of a hero. But what's really good is that the command ability is for 1 CP, I can pick an enemy unit within 12 inches of a hero and I get reroll 1s to hit and to wound against that enemy unit. Wow. Which is really good for Durthu and the Ancient.
That only comes from the General, or it comes from
any hero.
Oh, cool! Wow.
Yeah,
very
so
cool.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is the item that comes with it, which is the Horn of the Consort, and the Treelord Ancient has that, and it means that any Kurnoth Hunters wholly within 12 of him get to reroll failed hits.
Nice. Yes, that's very good.
Yeah. And then the Spirit of Durthu, he has an item, the Amulet of Destiny, which gives him a 5-up ward save. Oh. And then as the General, he has the Legacy of Valor, which means if he does die, he can do mortal wounds before he dies.
Okay.
Yeah, so then other than the units I've named here, so I've got 10 Dryads, 5 Tree Revenants, and 5 more Tree Revenants here is my battle line. And then I've got some more Sword Hunters and some Scythe Hunters here in the back.
Oh, that's 2 units. I didn't even notice.
2 separate units. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for my, I've chosen a Triumph, which is inspired, so I get +1 to wound once off. And then my grand strategy is prized sorcery. So as long as I have a wizard left at the end of the game, which would be either the Warsong Revanent or the Treelord Ancient, then I get my grand strategy. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much my army.
Wow, yeah, that looks really good. Especially, you know, against IDK with the 5-up after save. I like it. Yeah, so, oh, and you've deployed, the only spot you could fit your, what's it called?
The Wildwood?
Yeah. Wildwood was right here. You couldn't fit more than 1 because I got to deploy my boats first. And the only thing boats are currently good for, unfortunately, is just blocking your enemy's army. They're pretty trash other than that. You know, if he had had a bunch of flyers, I might have put in 1/2 of it in my section, yeah, and then used it to try and stop fly with the priest. But as that wasn't the case, I didn't think it was worth it. So yeah, cool. So today I have brought 1975 points versus Andy's 1965, which is why he beat me and got that sweet, sweet triumph by 10 points. I was sure I was going to get it. Today I've got Volturnos, who is my general. I'm sorry, he's not really put for display there, but he has to be the general because I don't want to bring stupid Namarti because they suck. And so I wanted to bring only eels, and more eels. So I brought him as the general. You know, he's a named character, so he doesn't get anything, and which means I don't even get a command trait. Yeah, and then I've got, and his mount trait was, I think it's called Voidchill Darkness. Yes, Voidchill Darkness, which means if you're within 3 inches of him, you are -1 to hit. And then right next to him, I've got the Leviadon, and his mount trait is Rend 1 becomes, -1 Rend becomes no Rend. And then I've got what's his name? The Eidolon aspect of the storm here. He's got my only artifact because I brought a battle regiment battalion or battalion, if you are unfamiliar with my crazy naming conventions. And he's brought the Cloud of Midnight, and what that does is basically in any phase I can just say, no, you can't attack him or target him. But I also can't target you. So if it's in the fight phase, it doesn't go so well, but if it's in the shooting phase, it goes really, really well. And yeah, and so then I've also got a Soul Scryer. He's got nothing, and he's in the Ether Sea with a shark here, a baby shark. And they've got nothing. Stock, obviously this guy has the net launcher because the net launcher is awesome. And then I've got 3 units of Morsarr Guard, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And then the Ishlaen Guard are up front, right there. And that's my whole army. For my grand strategy, I have chosen Dominating Presence, which means I have more units of my starting army, which is kind of, it might even be important in this, I don't know if it'll be important in this one. Can you summon Dryads?
No.
No, okay, well then it won't, then that phrasing doesn't really matter here, but I need to have more units of my starting army than Andy does in his at the end of the battle. So that's everything. That's everything that I can think of anyway. So I guess we'll come back after we determine who's going first and which is who's taking the first turn, and we'll go through that stuff when we get there.
All right, so we're back, and so Rob's army was a 1-drop, so he gave me turn 1. And so what we're doing is, the first thing we did actually was we determined which is the primary objective. Right. And so that's going to be this objective number 1 here. So that's going to be worth 2 points. Yes. And the rest are going to be worth 1. Cool. So a few things I need to mention is that the wildwood I put down is going to be my place of power. So that means any Sylvaneth units wholly within 6 of that are going to be immune to battle shock. And the other thing I forgot to mention is I do have the Spite Swarm Hive endless spell, and what that can do is I can choose, it can either give +3 to move and +3 to charge, or it can give me rerolling 1s to save.
+2 to charge?
+3.
+3 to charge.
And +3 to move as well.
That thing's awesome.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So then I go into my hero phase, and so I chose the battle tactic for my first turn, which is aggressive expansion. So I just need to take 2 objectives that are not wholly in my territory. So I'm going to try to take,
You're going to take them.
I'm going to take objectives 1 and 2.
Excellent.
Yeah, so then let's go into heroic actions. So I'm going to pick the heroic action where I roll to get an extra CP. Cool. So I need to roll a 4 or more, and I rolled a 2, so I don't get the extra CP. Okay. So I'm starting with 2 command points. Yep. I got 1 because I'm going first in the round, and I'm getting 1 because my general is still alive. Okay. So I've only got 2 command points for this, for my first turn.
Wow. I guess I'll do the same thing, just because why not? I didn't get it. So easy peasy.
Great.
I've got 3 because my general's alive and because...
You're going second.
I'm going second, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I'll just go into spell casting. So the Warsong Revanent is going to cast first. This is the second time I've used him, so I'm just getting used to him. But basically, as long as he's within 9 inches of a Wildwood, he gets +1 to cast, which is really nice.
I love that model, by the way. I think it's one of the coolest Sylvaneth models they've made. Yeah, I definitely will have to get him if I get into Sylvaneth.
And he gets to cast twice as well, so he has two spells.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was a single caster.
No, he's a double caster.
Even better, and he gets +1 as well, right?
+1 from the Wildwood, yeah.
Nice.
And he knows all the spells of the Sylvaneth spell lore as well.
Ooh, that's so good.
Incredibly useful. So he's going to try to cast Throne of Vines.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll that, and I get a 10 plus 1 is 11. I needed a 5, so that's going to go off unless you want to try to unbind.
I don't have anything to unbind, unfortunately.
All right, I'm going to put down my little Throne of Vines token here.
This might be a little too bright.
Throne of Vines gives him +2 to cast until he moves.
+2 to cast until he moves, right.
Yeah, so if he doesn't move, then he'll just keep having that +2 to cast even if it's a later turn.
Wow, very cool.
And the second spell he's going to cast is Mystic Shield, which is going to be on Durthu. And
so he's +3 to cast, right?
+3 to cast right now. So I rolled a 5, +3 is 8.
Slam dunk.
So Durthu is going to get Mystic Shield.
Nice.
And then for my final spell...
So he's on a 2-up now.
He's on a 2-up now.
Yikes.
Yeah. And for my final spell, I'm going to try to cast a Wildwood with the Treelord Ancient. So I rolled a 5, so that does not go off because I needed a 6. Okay. And then a couple more things I'm going to do for my hero phase. I'm going to spend a CP, 1 CP. The Treelord Ancient has a command ability which allows reroll 1s to save. Okay. As long as you're within range of him.
Oh, right.
But the Kurnoth Hunters act as beacons, so in fact, it's going to be pretty much everybody is going to get that reroll 1s to save.
Wow. Yeah. An ability that used to be trash is now top tier. How do you like that?
Yeah. Neat. And yeah, so I think that is the end of my hero phase, and then I'll just be going into movement.
Okay, excellent. We'll come back after movement.
Okay, so we're back, and just one thing I did at the end of my hero phase was that I did use the Treelord Ancients once per game ability, Silent Communion, to bring a Wildwood out, so I just put one up here. In sort of a strategic location there. And then I moved everything. So one big thing, the Tree Revanents with their teleport ability is really strong. So I just teleported them so that they have a toe in on that objective over here. And then I pretty much just rushed everything forward. Got some pretty weak run rolls over here, but managed to move most things up. Got some much stronger run rolls over here. Managed to get...
To be specific, you rolled all 1s over here and all 6s over here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this one is, I've got a good toe in on this one. And then I did not move the Warsong Revanent, so he remains having +2 to cast until he does move. And I put these Tree Revenants back here just to kind of block this off.
Smart.
So yeah, pretty much going into the shooting phase. And so Durthu is going to take a shot at this guy, which is the Aspect of the Sea. Is that
Aspect of the Storm.
Aspect of the Storm. Okay, so Durthu has 6 shots, and he's going to be hitting on 4s. And he hit with 2 of those. And then he's wounding on 3s. So 2 saves at rend 1 for your Aspect of the Storm.
Okay, I'm going to, sorry, I forgot to say when he's targeted, he's all out defense.
Yes, exactly.
I said it off camera, so I'll minus that before I forget. And then, so 2 saves, so his 2-up goes to a 3-up from the rend, I believe.
So rend 1, yeah.
Rend 1, cool. So he saves both of them.
Okay, great. So then we go into the charge phase. Nothing is charging, but one thing that I am going to do is now with the monstrous rampage things, the Treelord Ancient is going to try to destroy Rob's piece of faction terrain. So on a 3-up, it will be destroyed. Nope.
Classic Classic rolling.
And there's no point in the other monster doing anything. So that is pretty much the end of my turn.
Okay. Yeah, I guess there's no point in my monster doing anything. So yeah. So you get the prime objective, which is this one.
Yep.
So 2 for that one, and then 1 for this one.
Yep.
So that's 3, and you got 2, which was your battle tactic.
Yep.
So that will be 5, I think, right?
And then plus this one here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not notice that. So 6.
6 points.
6 points total. Okay. That's as strong a turn as it gets. I think that's a perfect turn.
Yeah.
So, yep. I guess we'll go into my hero phase coming up.
Sounds good.
We are back with my hero phase. It's going to be short and it's going to be sweet. I have added 1 CP for my general being alive on the battlefield, which is Volturnos there. And I have chosen the finest hour for my Eidolon to be, that gives him +1 save and +1 to wound. Yeah, I'm mostly just doing that to keep him alive because he's already +1 to wound and he wounds on 2s. So yeah, I guess, and I think that's pretty much it because I don't have any spell casting. So yeah, I guess you're going to...
Yeah, for my heroic action, I'll try to get a CP on a 4-up.
Nice.
And maybe I rolled a 1.
Yes.
There it is again.
You got a 1. I mean, I'm sure you guys would believe us at this point, but
yes.
Yeah. And that's it. So we'll be back at the end of my movement phase. We are back at the end of the movement phase. I have moved everything up. Nothing has ran because everything is charging. And yeah, we're doing we're just going to go into the shooting phase because why not? I don't have a lot of shooting because this is Deepkin. So I'm going to just shoot the net launcher here into the Dryads. Oh, and by the way, these guys came in on the side of the board. And, oh, actually, I can shoot with this fool here, I forgot. So I'll need to grab that ready. But first I'll shoot with the shark, baby shark, into the Dryads here.
And that's -1 to hit.
-1 to hit. Oh, right. Ooh. Maybe I'll do it on the sword guys then. Stop them from piling in. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change it to the Dryads there.
The sword hunters?
Yeah, because all that matters is that this hits.
Okay.
So I'm going to like reduce their combat effectiveness by 1/3 by doing that. So I'm going to change it to that. So,
okay.
So yeah, I just need a 3 to hit. And then if it hits, then they can't pile in anymore.
Okay, cool.
So it hits. And I believe it's a 3-up. I should have gotten that ready. I believe it's a 3-up to wound as well, but yes, it is a 3-up. No rend, so there we go. No rend, and it's 3 damage, 3 flat damage.
Okay, so Kurnoth hunters, they save on a 4.
Okay.
And I get to reroll 1s because of the command ability.
Cool. And
I rolled a 6.
Nice.
So I save.
Excellent. And then we go to, let's go to the Soul Scryer here. His attacks are so terrible, I feel like there's no point. But he's hitting on 5s. 18-inch range. So I will put it onto, I'll put it onto these guys.
The sword hunters again?
Yeah, why not? 5s. And so those. That's a pretty good roll. And three wounds. No rend, 1 damage.
Okay, so saving on 4s. And I get to reroll the 1.
Oof.
So 1 wound goes through.
Okay, I'm more than happy with that. And here, I'll put a little 1 next to him. And then let's go into the Leviadon. He's got a new war scroll, and it's a lot better. 8 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1, 1 damage. So again, I'll put it into... Actually, I don't need to do that this time. Perhaps I will put it into Durthu then. Well, let's do that. So 8 attacks. Here, I'll just move your dice out of the way.
I will spend a CP for him to reroll, to get +1 to save.
Sure. All out defense?
All out defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all out defense on him. So he's got a, what, a 1+ save right now?
Yes.
Yikes. Okay. -1 Ren, so Hope Springs Eternal. So, and this guy is within range of getting the reroll 1s to hit from Volturnos there. So I'll reroll those. Oh, and that, and that. A lot of 1s. Okay, so bring those out. 3s. Okay, so it is 5 and -1, so 2s.
Rerolling 1s.
2s rerolling 1s. Or sorry, oh yeah, you're right. Wow, so the Ren does nothing.
And
wow.
1/1. And I saved.
Oh wow, very strong. Okay, well that's the end of my shooting phase. Cool, we are back with the charge phase now. I'm just going to go along this way, I think, because everything is charging. So this guy's made these guys +3 to charge to everything in range, which is everything that it needs to be. So first I'll do the baby shark. So he's going to need a 6, and he gets a 7. So I'll put that next to him. These guys need a 3, I believe, and they make an 8. Put that there. This guy, I want to get him in there, and he will definitely get it with +5 because he's also going to be charging them. So I'll put that there, and then these guys for a 5 should do it, and then good old Volty here. For a 7, that'll do nicely, or an 8. And then the Leviadon for an 11, more than enough. And then let's grab some more dice. Should have planned this out ahead of time. And then these guys here, where's a good spot? Here?
Sure.
Sure, okay. There we go, or I'll re-roll that. There we go, for a 9.
And then one last one over here.
Final one. This one's probably the most important, so I probably should have gone over here first, but what are you going to do? A 3. That should do it. Or no, that won't do it, will it? So I am going to... Actually, I don't think I can re-roll that, can I?
Do you have a commander in the unit?
Oh, I do. Sweet. Okay, I will burn one because I'm trying to kill your battle line unit, right? So 6, so that will do it. So cool. That's it for the charge phase. We'll come back after I've moved everything in at the start of the combat phase. It's the end of the charge phase, which means we have to go into our monster abilities. I've only got one monster, which is the Leviadon here. And so he is going to try and metaphorically stomp. He doesn't have any feet, so he's going to metaphorically try and smash that tree into rubble. So it goes off on a 3-up. Sweet. So now this tree no longer has its War Scroll ability. Oh, I think you leave it there. Okay. I believe you leave it there, and so it still counts as terrain, but it just doesn't do any of the things that it would normally do before. And now you've got your monster ability to do.
Yeah, so I am going to roar. So Durthu is going to roar at your aspect of the storm so that he cannot receive or give commands.
That's going to be very strong.
So that goes off on a 3. I'll roll that.
Up.
So it's a 6.
That definitely goes off. You're very hits and misses. 1s or 6s. That's all you roll. I like it. So now I guess we'll go on to... Oh, and you're going to try and make me not fight?
Yeah,
so
so
you're going to try and make
I
him
can
fight
make
last,
you fight
right?
last
Right.
with the ground shaking stomp from Durthu. So that happens on a 4-up.
Excellent.
And
oh, you got it. It's on a 4, right back there.
Okay, I got it on a 4. Great.
Okay, so he's fighting last, which means I think I'm going to go with my Achillean Leviadon first. And so he's got a brand new... He's got a brand new War Scroll. I've never used it before because of the Rona, as we like to call it. He will be, so he's got 6 attacks coming, whoops, My apologies to anyone's ears that hurt. He's got 6 attacks, hitting on 3s from the twin-pronged spear and razor shell harpoons, and rerolling 1s because he charged. And I forgot to mention I'm Dom Hain Enclave. So everything's rerolling 1s in the charge phase, and against monsters, this is even better now, you're always rerolling your wound rolls. So it'll be 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. No 1s. So we just go on to the wound rolls, and I forgot to pre-measure my Aspect of the Storm. He gives +1 to wound. Yeah, he's definitely within 18 inches of him. Yeah. So he'll be wounding on 2s now. And they're not monsters, so those 2 1s, of course, go by the wayside. So it's just 3 dice at no rend, 1 damage.
Okay, so I am saving on a 4, but I get to reroll failed saves because I have the Tanglethorn Thicket.
Excellent.
So I failed 2, so I get to reroll those. And I made them both.
Wow.
So I saved everything.
Wow, well done. Okay, well then I'm going on to the massive scythed fins. Oh, I forgot to do his on a charge. After he charges on a 2-up, he does D3 mortal wounds. So okay. I'll just do that now, if that's cool. He gets it, so D3 mortal wounds. So just 1 on these scythed Kurnoth hunters here.
Put a token on.
Yeah, we'll put it on in there in a second. And then, and I forgot to do my Biovoltic Blast as well.
Yeah, you should do those now.
I should do those now, yeah. Okay, so to be continued for the Scythe Talons. I'll just go along here. I'm gonna throw it all out there. So it's three of these. On a 3-up, they do 1 mortal wound. On a 6, they do D3 mortal wounds. So that is 2 mortal wounds plus D3 for 3, so that's 5 mortal wounds on them.
Okay.
And then we'll do these guys into the Dryads. So that is just 2 mortal wounds on them. Oh yeah, you can just pull them off. That's cool. And then from these guys here, so it is just 2 mortal wounds on the scythed fellows, and that's it, because those guys don't do that. Okay, now back to where we left off here. 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Okay, so they all hit, and now it's 3s, because they are not monsters. Oh, but sorry, it's 2s because he is still in range of the Aspect of the Storm. Okay, so that's 3 hits at -1 rend, and they are 4 damage each.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saving
Agreed.
on 5s, and I get to re-roll these again. So the first roll, I made 1 of those, and then I need to get some 5s here. Nope, so I take 8 wounds.
8 wounds. Okay. Should I put something next to them?
Sure.
Okay. 8 wounds, you said, right?
Yeah.
That's on the Kurnoth hunters.
Yes.
Okay. And now, last but certainly not least, the jaw attack. If it hits and I get a 6, then it does 3 mortal wounds, and the attack sequence ends.
Okay.
So just 2 attacks here. Nope, but they both hit, so that's good. And yeah, it's 2s to hit and 2s to wound. So they both wound, and it's -2 rend and 3 damage each.
Okay, wow. All right, so I'm saving on 6s with a reroll. I got 1 6,
Whoa.
And then I get 1 more die. Nope.
Okay.
How many wounds is
it
that?
really wanted to be a 1. It's 3.
3 wounds.
Yeah,
so
3.
Put 3 more wounds
Oh,
on.
yeah, good call. And then I guess we'll be, or do you know what you're going to go into
No,
now?
I need to think about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
You'll have a think and we'll be back.
Okay, so we're back, and what I'm going to be doing is attacking with the Kurnoth hunters with swords.
Yep.
So one of them is going to go into the eels, and the other one's going to go into that hero right there.
Yes.
So I'm going
into
to roll.
Volturnos, and Volturnos is making them -1 to hit because of his mount trait, Voidchill Darkness, which is, yeah, it's really going to help here because your leader's normally hitting on 2s.
Yeah. So the leader's hitting on 2s. Now he's hitting on 3s. He's rerolling everything because of the Horn of the Consort.
Oh wow! Right.
So he's going to be hitting on 3s with a reroll. It doesn't matter, he hit with everything anyway.
He definitely did.
And then he is wounding on 3s, 6s and mortal wounds in addition. So he rolled 2 hits, and they're at rend 1.
Rend 1, so because these guys are within 1 inch, they're back to their 4-up save. And he saved one of them, and 1 goes through.
So 2 damage.
2 damage, okay. I'll mark that down. And now we're going on to your other fellow into Volturnos.
So he's
himself.
on 4s rerolling.
Okay.
So I can reroll these 2 misses.
Right.
And I got 3 hits.
Okay.
And then I'm wounding on 3s, and again 6s and mortal
Don't
wounds.
die, Volturnos! Okay, so no mortal wounds.
But 3 go through at rend 1.
3 go through at rend 1. So Volturnos is in range of that as well. So he will be on, he'll be back to, sorry, you said rend 1?
Yeah.
So he's back to his 3-up save. Oh, I probably should have all-out defensed him. Oh well. Okay, it did matter. So what's the damage?
2 damage each, so 4 wounds.
So and then he gets 6s from the boat. So 3 damage go through. I'll put that down here so I remember to mark it down. I think he has 8 wounds, but I can't remember. And I guess now we're going into my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to do the shark because that's fun. And
I will spend a CP to give out all-out defense to Durthu.
okay. That's smart. Smart. And so he's got 6 attacks. And re-rolling, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because he charged. And he's dominating. Of course there's a bunch of 2s. Wow, that's a lot of 2s.
That's a pretty bad roll.
Yeah, that was not my best roll. And he is a monster, so I'm re-rolling all of these. So 3s. Thankfully, these dice want to be 2s apparently. Come on, man! I just rolled 2 2s into 2 more 2s. Okay, I'm not using those dice for the time being. 3 dice for the ferocious bite. Oh, I forgot. I'm doing something. Oh wait, those did go through because I'm wounding on 2s now.
Okay.
So it's 2 of them at no rend 1 damage from the barbed hooks and blades.
2s, re-rolling 1s.
Yeah.
So saved.
That was very dramatic, but I was more dramatic than I needed to be. Add 1 to the attacks characteristic of their bites if they've taken a wound. And he's not taken a wound yet, has he?
No.
Okay. So then it's just 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Okay, no more 2s. I'm going to have nightmares about 2s now. And then now it's wounding on 2s, re-rolling everything. Okay, so those all wound. And it's -2 rend, and it's 2 damage each.
So -2 rend, so he's on a 1 right now, so he's on a 3-up.
Yes.
Re-rolling 1s.
Re-rolling 1s.
So re-roll the 1.
Okay. Okay.
1. So he takes 2 wounds.
Take 2 wounds total. Better than nothing. And do you know what you're going into, or do you want to?
I do, yeah. I can go straight into that. Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm just going to put this 2 wounds on Durthu.
Please, please.
So I'm going to go with the last Kurnoth Hunter here with Scythes. He's going to go into your hero here. He's got 3 attacks.
Okay.
So he's at -1 to hit.
Yes.
So he's going to be hitting on 3s with a reroll. So he hits with everything.
Wow.
And then he is wounding on 3s. So 3 saves at rend 2.
Oh no. Volturnos, no. Rend 2, so he is on a 4-up, right? Yeah, 4-up, because +1 from the... I really should have given him the all-out defense, but Live and learn. Because it's when he's, oh, it's when he's targeted. So I could have done that when he was targeted, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do that because I don't want him to die. So he'll be back to a 3-up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 goes through.
And that's D3 damage.
Yes, and I'm just going to remove that command point before I forget. Okay, D3 damage.
So 2 wounds.
2 wounds, and stop it on 6s from the boat. Nope. So 2 more go through.
How many wounds does he have left?
I don't know. Let's find out. Volturnos has 8 wounds, so he has 3 left. Yeah, that's scary. That's very scary. I probably should have been a little more careful with him, but yeah. Well, then, so you've done all that stuff over here, so there's no point in going with them. I guess I will go with, I'll go with these guys here. I'll go with these guys here. So, yeah, I guess they'll move in there. I guess I'll draw this guy into combat even after hitting him with the net launcher. I guess that stopped you from piling in, hey?
Yeah, but they haven't fought yet, so now that guy will get to fight if he lives?
Yes, yes, that's absolutely true. So we got 3 attacks from the leader, 2 attacks from the follower, and 2 attacks from the follower with their spears. So they are hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. There we go. And yeah, they don't have anything on 6s. I thought they did for a second. And now they are within range of the aspect of the storm, so they're wounding on 2s now. Of course, there is a 1 in there. 6 at -2 rend, 2 damage.
Okay, so yeah. I'll be saving on 6s with a reroll.
Okay. So they just reroll everything, hey? Whoa!
Yes. So I made
2
2
6s.
So I'll reroll the other one, see if I can get a few more 6s.
That's pretty good.
And I got
2 more 6s! Wow, so 4 damage.
That will kill the one Kurnoth Hunter there.
Okay.
So I'll take him off right now.
Okay. And then I will go next with their Fanged Maw, excuse me. And they have 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. So 2 again. Oops, I just moved that slightly. And now 2s. So 1 at no rend, but D3 damage.
Fail, but I can reroll.
Okay.
Fail.
Okay, D3 damage. Just 1.
Okay.
And now, last but not least, 3d3 attacks from their bites. So I'll let you, yeah, there we go. So he's got 1 wound taken, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. D3 attacks, so that would be 7 attacks. And now hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, but no 1s. And now wounding on 2s. So 3 no rend, 1 damage, please.
Okay, so saving on 4s.
So he will get to attack. Oh,
There we go.
Yikes! Wow. Okay, it's on to you now.
Yeah, so let's do the Dryads here. So I'm just going to pile in some guys. They do have a 2-inch reach. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to move in as many as I can. Like so. So cool. I'm just going to count up. Maybe this guy can move up a little bit more. So if they're a 2-inch reach, I think I can get...
That should do it. Let's say he's in. Yeah. So 7 total Dryads there.
Okay, so that's going to be, with the leader, that's going to be 15 attacks. So 5.
Yikes.
10. And 15.
Well, Dryads are better than I thought.
Well, but they're hitting on 4s and wounding on 4s in your turn, so I think, there we go. Okay.
Oh, so, don't forget to film the dice.
Sorry?
No worries. They're hitting on 4s, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wounding on 4s, and there's no rend as well, so they're pretty weak, but we'll see.
And this is where the lens is here, just in the front there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4 saves at no rend.
4 saves, no rend. So I've got +1 to save from the Leviadon here. So it is. Sorry, you said no rend?
No rend.
Okay, so 3s. Why? And they're 1 damage each?
Yeah.
Okay. So one guy is down. Taken 3 wounds. So that'll go on the musician, I think. I can't remember which one is the one I'm on. So now it's back to me, I guess?
Yep.
And the only thing I have left to go with, it would be Volturnos.
This guy here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys.
Yeah.
Because...
oh, they haven't gone yet, so maybe go there first, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. Yeah, thank you. I almost forgot to go with Volturnos. Oh, and I forgot he does D3 mortal wounds on the charge too, on a 2-up. So I'll do that before we go. So 3 attacks are each with their Hell Saber, and I think add 1 to their attacks if they have the Prince, which they do. So that's 10 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Because they charge, whoops, didn't mean to make him dance. And so they all hit. And wounding on 3s, no rerolls. Okay, so that is 7 at minus nothing. 7 at no rend, 1 damage each.
Okay, so then I'll be saving on 5s.
Cool.
So they're all dead.
Oh, okay. Well, that was at least expedient and
yes.
Good. Is it still on me then? Oh no, you haven't done.
I'll
Durthu.
go with Durthu. Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to try to take down your big guy, I think.
Yeah. I hope not.
By taking out that tree, you really did blunt his effectiveness, though.
Yes, he's very swingy. I remember.
Yeah. So right now he is on 3 attacks.
Yes.
He has no bonuses to hit or to wound right now.
Okay.
So I'm just going to roll 3 dice, hitting on, and he's targeting your big guy.
Right.
Your aspect of the storm. So hitting on 3s.
Oh.
Everything hit. Wow. Okay. And then wounding on 3s. Here we go. So 3 saves at Rend 2 for your big guy.
Oof. And I can't do all out defense for those who don't know, but he is +1 to his save from this. So it's -2 rend.
Yeah.
So he goes to a 2-up and then to a 4-up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 4s. Okay, that's 2 saved. And how much damage?
So 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, and he's got a 5-up after save. Okay, that's pretty good. So he's taken 3 wounds.
And then I get my massive impaling talons. This is only really good if he rolls a 6.
Okay.
And he rolled a 2.
Okay.
So that's a miss anyway.
I was going to say, how dare you if you did. So he's taken 3 wounds. Normally I count down, but in this battle report format, I think it's easier to count up.
Yeah.
Because, we can just put the dice down and it's that quick. So then I guess it'll be... so I forgot to do this, unfortunately. So on a 2-up, he does D3 mortal wounds. I'm going to put it on... I think I'm going to put it on this guy here, because it's possible to kill...
Scythe Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, because it's possible to kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2-up.
Yep.
And now that's the number I wanted right now. Oh, killed him.
Dead.
So he wouldn't have done wounds that he did necessarily, but like that's on me, obviously.
Yeah.
And now we're going to Volturnos. The Volturnos. I mean, it was nice of you to let me do it, even though we're out of phase. Obviously, someone might be not cool in a tournament, perhaps, but luckily that's not where we are. So he has 5 attacks with his Astra Solus. And it's hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Okay, so just reroll that 1. And that wasn't there. So now, wait, sorry, he gets something on a on sixes, but I think hit roll of 6 has a rend characteristic of -5. So this one dice is -5, and then these 4 dice, which I will roll first, are just -1. So now he's wounding on 2s because he's in range of the aspect of the sea. So that's 4 at -1, and then 1 at -5. So I'm assuming they don't get a save for the -5, correct? No. Okay, so so that one went through then, and now 4 at -1.
Okay, so on 5, reroll.
Okay. Your save rolls have been on point so far.
Yeah, 1 goes through.
1 goes through only, so it'll be 2d3 damage because of the other one. So that's 6 damage.
Okay, so that'll kill one guy, and then I'm going to put a wound on another guy.
Okay, and then I'll go into the Fanged Jaw and Talons. It's 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because he charged, and he gives that off anyway. So that's 3 attacks that went through, and now 3s to wound. So they all wound, and it's -1, 1 damage each.
So reroll, saved 1, so 1 goes through.
And that's just 1 damage, and then I've got 1 more attack with his, with the lashing tails. I'm just gonna move those over there. So 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Oh, that goes away. I rolled a 1 into a 1. My apologies for rolling it off camera. And now wounding on 2s. Dang it, I keep doing that. It's a 3 though, it's a 3. So it's, yeah, no rend, 2 damage.
Save.
Okay, well, now...
I see I've got this one sword hunter here didn't go yet.
Oh,
so
yes, please
I'll
do.
do him. Is he minuses to hit?
He is not minus to hit, no.
Okay, so he's hitting on 2s because he's the leader, and he's rerolling 1s because he's in range of the Arch Revenant. So reroll the 1. He all hits, and then he's wounding on 4s, 6s are mortal wounds in addition. So they all wound, and that's 1 mortal wound as well.
Okay, so that's on who?
That is on these eels right here.
Okay, cool. So
four saves at rend 1.
4 saves at rend 1, and 4 saves at rend 1.
And
okay,
yeah.
Okay, so then they are they in range of the Void Drum? No, they're not quite in range. Okay, so it's just 5s then, if it's -1. So 2 saved, and then
2 wounds each?
2 wounds each, so that takes out a guy.
Plus a mortal.
Plus a mortal, so one of them will be down to 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Did these guys take wounds already?
No.
Okay, so why did I have this dice here? Because it has a 5 on it.
Because you did 5 wounds to one of my guys, and you put that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's good. So I've taken, so 1 guy's dead.
Yeah.
That will be, I can never remember who's who. 1 guy's dead, and then 1 wound taken on another guy. There we go. Yeah, and then finally,
Your big guy there, yeah.
Yeah, my big guy. Scary, scary spear
And he's coming
guy.
into Durthu?
He is, yeah. He's coming for blood. Or whatever they bleed. Sap, I guess. He's coming for sap.
Yeah.
Look out. So, my first time fighting with him, I'm very excited, at least with the new War Scroll. So he is 4 attacks. Oh no, he's 5 attacks because he charged. And then it's add 1 to the attacks and damage characteristic. Okay. So he's 3s, re-rolling 1s. Thankfully. Okay. And now 2s. So they all wound. It's -2 rend, and it's 3 damage each.
Okay, so he goes up to a 3, re-rolling 1s.
Cool. Wow.
So 1 goes through. How many wounds, sorry?
3 wounds, please. And then, yeah, he's got his cruel hook. So 4 attacks. hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. I keep rolling those damn 2s. And now 2s. And so it's -1, 1 damage.
Okay, so 2s, rerolling 1s. We've saved.
Okie doke. And now 2d6 attacks from the fish. So 6 attacks. 4, 6. And then it's just 4s and 4s. So 4s, rerolling 1s. Oh, I was supposed to be rerolling my wound rolls against him because he's a monster. Okay, well, I'll remember this time. Reroll the 1. And there we go. There we go. Oh, so re-rolling the wound rolls, like I just said. So 2, no rend, 1 damage.
2, no rend. So 2s. Reroll the 1. Saved.
There you go. And I think that's the end of the combat phase.
Yeah, I got to do some stomps on you.
Oh, right.
From the remaining 3 Kurnoth hunters that are left.
Wow.
Out of the 9 that I had at the start of this turn.
That's incredible.
So I'm going to do 2 stomps on Volturnos.
Okay.
I need 4s to do mortal wounds on him.
Excellent.
So I do 1 mortal.
Okay, so he saves it on the 6. No. Wow.
And then I do 1 stomp. I'm going to do that on one of your eels from the other sword hunter.
Okie doke.
Nope, so that doesn't happen. So yeah, so that's the end of your combat phase.
Okay, we forgot to this one combat over here. It's understandable. There was a lot of combat. All the things we're fighting, right? So it'll be these spear eels going into the Dryads. They're -1 to hit, so it'll be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Okay. Well, that didn't come into play. There was no 3s and there was no 1s. And now it's hitting on 2s. So they all hit, so that's 5 at -2 rend, 2 damage each.
Okay, so they're all dead.
Oh, they're all dead?
Yeah.
Oh, well, another nice, easy combat phase. We'll be back, I think, for the Battle Shock phase.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in the Battle Shock phase. I have +1 to my bravery for these guys because they're wholly within 18 inches of Volturnos because he's a badass. And so none of my guys can fail. And I don't think your guys can fail either?
No.
Right? So I guess it's, oh, sorry, it's just the explanation of scoring. I didn't, it looks like I should, but these guys are only 4 wounds each, so they're only worth 1 each. And this guy isn't a monster, so even with this little toehold that Andy has here, he's actually got more models in the new scoring system. This one I do have, and so I've got this one, and I've got this one, because there's no one left over on objective 3 here. And so I've got these 2 objectives, and I have, what do I have? Oh, and I killed a battle line unit.
Yeah.
So I get a total of 4 victory points, and that's it. So I guess we're going on to the roll-off now.
Okay.
This very important roll-off. Here we go. Oh, so it goes to you still, I think?
Yeah, I win the ties.
You win the ties, okay.
I will definitely take the turn.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So it'll be Sylvaneth turn 1 when we come back?
Turn 2.
Turn 2. That's staying in! Okay, we are back. It's not quite Andy's turn yet. We realized that we needed to roll for which is the primary objective, and then Andy's going to kind of obviously need to think about what he's going to do from there. So first we're just going to roll and see which one it is. This is objective 1, this is objective 2, and this is objective 3. I don't know where objective 2's marker is. It got slid around or it's under a base or something, but yeah, so if he rolls a 1 or a 2, then it goes in the 1, etc. So, yeah.
And I rolled a 3, so it goes to the center.
So it's in the center, the highly contested and very important center. Okay, so I guess we'll come back after, at the start of Andy's hero phase proper.
And we're back, so I'm heading into Sylvaneth turn 2. I've got 3 command points, and so now I'm into choosing heroic actions. So I'm going to choose to heal Durthu. So he will roll on his bravery or less. And I rolled a 4, so he's going to get back D3
nice.
wounds. So he gets back 3 wounds.
Ooh,
so he's
the
fully
full.
healed.
Oh, geez. Well, I'm going to try and do the same with Volturnos. So he needs to roll less than an 8. He does, barely, with a 7. So he gets back D3 for 2. That's great. So he is taken 4 wounds now. So he's got 4 wounds left.
Okay, and then so into magic.
Yes.
So the Warsong Revanent is going to try to summon a Wildwood.
Okay.
So he's getting +3. No, he's only getting +2 to this right now because of this Wildwood.
Okay.
Being taken down. So he's rolling with +2, and he rolls a 10.
Wow.
So that's a 14. So then he summons a Wildwood, and I'm just going to put it basically right here. It can be an inch away from other models. So now Durthu is
buffed up.
It's going to get his full attacks.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that he's going to do is try to do Verdurous Harmony. And so that is going to be to bring back a Kurnoth Hunter.
Yep, that makes sense
So
to
we're
me.
going to get +2 to this. And I rolled a 5 +2 is 7. So that goes off. So I get back a Kurnoth Hunter.
Nice.
And so...
What did you need to roll for that?
I needed a 7.
Okay.
So I got it
Nice.
with a +2.
Yep.
So
Easy.
I'm going to bring him in, and right now he is going to go here.
Excellent.
Yeah, and so then last spell, the Treelord Ancient is going to cast Mystic Shield, and that goes off on an 8,
Big time.
so he gets Mystic Shield.
Excellent.
And I've lost the token somewhere, but anyway, that is, there it is, Mystic Shield. Great. So that is the, that's that. And then I will spend a CP with the Treelord Ancient to get reroll 1s to save.
Okay.
There, and that is the last thing in my hero phase. So then it's going to be into movement.
Excellent. We'll be back with the movement at the end of the movement phase.
Yeah. Okay, so I've moved everything. This really tactical movement that happened here. I retreated the Kurnoth Hunters with swords, and I moved up the Warsong Revanent. These guys all had to pretty much stay where they were, and so now it's into shooting. So the Durthu has to shoot at one of the units he's in combat with. He's going to shoot at the aspect of the storm.
Cool.
Do you want to spend a CP for all-out defense?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Or do I? What, does he get extra attacks on his shooting as well?
He has just 6 attacks.
6 attacks, hitting on 4s?
Hitting on 4s, winning on 3s.
Yeah, I think I will. So yeah, I'll spend a CP to do that.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to save it for combat.
Okay.
I'm going to save it for combat, yeah.
Okay, so hitting
Hopefully
on
I get it.
4s. So just 1 hit.
Okay.
Yeah, his shooting attack is really terrible.
Yeah, that's way too hit
And
and
then
miss.
wound, so 1 save on rend 1.
On Rend 1, so it will be a 3. Or no, it won't. Well, it won't be that. So it goes through.
So D3 damage.
Cool.
He takes 1 damage.
Okay, and on a 5-up, he ignores. He does not ignore. So that will go. He's taken 4 wounds now. Yikes.
And the Treelord Ancient is going to shoot at this unit over here.
He can't. The Deepkin rule, Forgotten Nightmares, he can only shoot at the closest Deepkin unit. So he can only shoot at these guys here.
Okay, so he'll shoot at them then.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay. So
He was going to move there anyway, though, because he had to.
So 1 shot on a 2+.
Okay.
Hits, and then wounds on a 3. Wounds, that's rend 1.
Rend 1, so they're on their 4-up because of the Void Drum from the there. Nope.
So D6 damage.
Oof! 4 damage! Oh man, so that snipes off the musician and it'll go onto the banner bearer here. So there, she has been sniped.
And that is
Evil.
the end of the shooting phase. So then
very quick.
Then we're into charges.
Okay, we'll be right back with that.
Okay, so we are back. We're into the charge phase. So the Treelord Ancient is going to try to charge in over here. And he rolled a 12.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yikes.
And then I'll roll the charge for the Warsong Revanent.
Okay.
He rolled a 9.
Okay.
And
maybe put some dice next to them so we remember.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely in.
So a 9 on the Warsong Revanent,
Yeah.
and then 12 on...
I'll remember Durthu's.
the Treelord.
Yeah, excuse me, on the Treelord Ancient.
Yeah, and that's the only things I can charge with.
Oh, okay. So we'll be back with the monster effects in the charge phase.
Great. Okay, so we're now at the end of the charge phase.
Yeah.
So Durthu is going to roar at the aspect of the storm. So he needs a 3-up, and I rolled a 5. So he cannot receive or issue commands.
That is most unfortunate.
And then Rob's monster is out of range.
Yes.
So the Treelord Ancient is going to stomp.
He is.
So on a 2-up, he does D3 mortal wounds. And I rolled a 1.
Of course.
Of course.
My style.
Yeah, so now we go into the start of the combat phase. I'm going to roll for fighting last. So I'm going to pick this big guy here to fight last.
Smart.
So on a 4-up, he does.
Oof.
And then these guys here, I'm going to roll to see if they fight last.
Wow.
They don't.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
Yeah, so then we're into the start of the combat phase. So I'm going to do 3 things, I think. So the first thing is I'm going to spend a CP to target your aspect of the storm, and I get to reroll 1s to hit and 1s to wound against it.
Wow.
So that's the first thing I'm going to do.
Okay. So you're down to 1 CP, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And then going to spend a CP to give Durthu
Whoa.
+1 to hit.
Oof. Oh, wow. You're really swinging for my storm.
And then the last thing is I'm going to use my
Yeah.
Triumph to give him +1 to wound.
Oh my god. Okay.
So then he's got 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Yeah.
Wounding on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Whoa.
So I'm really gunning for that guy. If you can't kill him, then, you know,
stuff's gonna happen.
stuff's going to happen. So,
Okay.
and I think I'm going to have to go with Durthu first.
Okay.
So I'm going to, should I just go for it?
Do it.
Okay, so 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Get to reroll the 1s. Wow, still failed 1.
Still failed 1. That's
Wounding on 2s.
man after my
1.
own heart. Go for it.
So all of them wound. So
Okay.
4 saves at Rend 2.
At Rend 2. So he is, he's going on 3s to 5s? Yeah, because there's nothing I can do about it because you roared at him. So 5s, 1 saved, 3 go through,
So
unfortunately.
18 wounds.
18 wounds. Okay, well then I gotta roll my, so that's 6, 6, ugh. I don't like how many dice I have to roll. My small elven fingers cannot pick them up. That doesn't sound quite as self-derisive and derogatory as, there we go. So now I'm looking for 5s, and I need a lot of these.
Okay.
Okay. I think he's dead. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So yeah, he's dead. Wow. Wow. Yeah, 11. Durthu is a scary guy. So he comes off.
Wow.
Poor Storm. And that's going to actually be a huge change to the, because he's no longer giving +1 to wound around him. I guess it's my turn now?
Yeah.
Well, then, I guess I'll go for, I guess I'll go for the eels over here. Yeah. Actually, maybe I'll go for these guys, because there's only one of him there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it is 3 and 2 is 5. 5 attacks on my eel, from my eels onto the sword hunter there, over there.
Yep.
And they are 3s, and I don't think they are within, actually shoot, I forgot to measure the distance for them. I can't remember if it's 12 or if it's 18 from Volturnos for rerolling. It's 18. Okay, so they're going to get the reroll that 1.
Okay, yeah, they're in range. Yeah.
Cool. So reroll the 1 into a 2, of course. So now 2 more attacks, wounding on 3s. So that's just 1, no rend, 1 damage.
Okay, on a 4 with a reroll. Mate.
Okay, and now 2 bite attacks from the eels, rerolling that 1. So that's 2, and now we got 3s. Oof, only 1. No rend.
Okay, on a 4, saved.
Okay, and now it's 2 d3 attacks from the tails. So that's 5. And hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. A lot of 1s. I don't like this. Okay, and now wounding on 3s. Okay, so that's 4 at no rend, 1 damage.
No rend, so on 4s, and then with a reroll, so 1 goes through.
Yikes.
So he's taking 2 damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the Warsong Revanent.
Oh, duh. I totally should have gone. Oh, man.
This is the moment, this first time I've had a fight with him.
Oh, excellent.
So he has 5 attacks, and he's hitting on 3s.
-1 from the Voidchill.
Okay, well, he missed it with everything then.
Oh, okay. Is that him?
That's
Done?
him.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't go
not
with
a great
Volturnos then. I will go with the eels. I'm just going to pile them in real quick. They're going to beat, back it up into here.
I don't think
And yeah, so same thing as kind of as before here. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, and only 1. No rend, 1 damage on the Treelord Ancient.
Okay, so he's on a 2-up. Any rend, sorry?
No.
2-up, rerolling 1.
These guys suck on the when they're not on the charge.
Nothing?
So, yeah. So now it's 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling the 1 from Volturnos, which he does, and now 3s to wound. So that's 1 at no rend.
So on a 2.
Whoop.
Saved?
Saved. Okay.
Yep.
And now 2 d3 attacks from the tails. So that is 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. And missed that, wounding on 3s for 1 at no rend, 1 damage. Oops.
Reroll the 1. Sorry,
Okay.
I'll reroll this over here.
Cool.
So still fails.
Okay, so just 1 damage.
1 damage on him.
Pathetic. Okay.
I was just checking. I think this guy is not within 3 of them, so they won't be piling in
Okay.
right now. But are they within 3 of Durthu? I don't think so. So I think they're now out of combat unless you see any reason why not. But
Okay. Nope. That's. I think you're right.
okay. All right. I'm just checking that before I do my next activation.
Cool.
So I'll do the Treelord Ancient then.
Excellent.
So he has 3 attacks with the sweeping blows.
Cool.
Hitting on 3s. All hits.
Can you roll over here?
Yes,
The dice keep disappearing behind the.
Yeah.
Gloom
And
Tide
then
ship.
wounding on 3s. So 2 go through.
Okay.
At rend 1.
Could you check for me the distance between this guy and the eels?
These eels?
Oh, these eels. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's 2 at -1.
Yeah.
So looking for 4s here because they are in range. So 1 goes through.
Okay, d6 damage.
Oof. Scary.
So 6.
Oh no. Oh man. So they're just wiped out.
That's big, yeah.
Yeah, very big.
Okay, your activation.
Keep my jokes to myself there. Okay, then I guess it doesn't really matter from here.
You've got the shark.
Oh, I've got the shark,
and you've got
but
Volturnos.
everything's gone already that is concerned, right?
Yeah, I mean, all I've got left to go with is this Kurnoth hunter here.
And these guys have already gone, so
yeah.
yeah. Okay, I will. I'll go with the shark.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull it up in the app because it's hard to hold the camera and also the book open at the same time. So he's got 6 attacks. And hitting on, what is he hitting on? 3s, rerolling 1s from Volti. 1 into a 1. And now it is 3s to wound. Okay, so only 2 at no rend, 1 damage.
Sorry, this is into him?
No, this is into Durthu, yeah.
Okay, so he
here.
saving on any rend?
No.
So saving on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Cool.
We've saved.
Easy peasy. And now the bite attacks. Okay. Any models that are slain in that turn? Have we had any models slain over here in this turn? I don't think so. No. Okay. So it's just 3 attacks.
Just your model. But.
Oh. I think it's enemy models.
Okay.
Within 3 inches of any enemy models. Yeah. So we got 3s. He's within 18 inches, right, of Volturnos? He must be within 18 inches of him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll re-roll that 1, not the 2 though, into a hit, and now 3s, and re-rolling everything because it's a monster. So 2 of them at -2, and they're 2 damage each.
Into him?
Yes, into Durthu.
Okay, so on 5s, reroll the 1.
Cool. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Those rerolls are so clutch today.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Okay, and then is it just me left to go?
No, I got a Kurnoth onto left.
Oh, right. Okay, let's see it.
Okay, so is he at minuses to hit at all?
No. Nope.
Okay, so he's got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s because of the Arch Revenant.
Yes, sir. Okay.
1s. So all hit.
Okay.
And then he's wounding on 3s, 6s and mortal wounds in addition.
Yikes.
So 3 saves at rend 1 for you.
Okay. On these fellows over here?
Yep.
Could you measure and just see if they're within 12 inches, wholly within, of the turtle? I don't...
Of the turtle?
Of the turtle, yeah.
No.
Okay. I didn't think so, but...
Yeah.
Hope springs eternal.
3 at rend 1.
3 at rend 1, so looking for 5s. So 1 save.
2 damage each.
2 damage each, so that takes down a whole spear eel guy, and then 1 has suffered 1 wound.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I've got nothing left to go.
Okay, so now it's just good old Volti, huh? Good old
See if the
Volturnos.
Warsong Revanent can survive.
The firstborn. Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine, but I hope I'm wrong. So 3s re-rolling 1s because of himself. Of course, there's a 2 in there. Okay. Oh, and then these are both 6s, so these are both -5 rend. And,
okay.
And now it's 3s. He's not a monster, right?
No.
Okay. So those 2 went through, and now these are the -5 ones. So that one didn't. So 1 at -5.
Okay, no save on that one.
Okay, so that one goes through, and now we've got 2 at -1.
Okay, so these save on 6s.
Okay, so 2d3 damage. Oh, sorry, 3d3 damage then. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6 damage so far.
6 damage?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
So I save on 4s with the cloak.
Okay.
So he made 4 of those, so
Wow.
he takes 2 wounds.
There's 3. There was
Sorry,
2.
3.
Yeah.
So he takes 3 wounds.
Okay, so then now we're on to the Fang, Jaw, and Talons. That just misses, unfortunately, and we're looking for 3s now. So that's 2 at -1 rend, 1 damage.
Okay, so 6s. Nope, both go through.
Just 1 damage.
And then 4s with the cloak.
Yes, sir.
Both saved.
Oof. Okay, 3 attacks from the tail. And so those all hit. And then 3s again. So all wound, no rend, but this time it's 2 damage.
Okay, 5s. So they all go through, so 6 cloak saves.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, this is scary. He's dead.
Oh my gosh. Volti, you freaking champion. He's like the one thing that's not better on the charge, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. what else is there left to go?
That's it for combat.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Easy peasy. So I guess we'll come back.
All I got to do is stomp with my Kurnoth hunter.
Oh, okay.
So on a 4. Yeah, so take 1 mortal wound on that last guy.
Ouch. So he's taking 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll be back with the battle shock phase.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're back. It is the end of Andy's turn, but we're filming it this way because we've already set everything up. So you captured this objective, right?
Yeah.
So you got 2 points for this, 2 victory points for this. And you got 2 victory points for having 2 units in my objective zone.
Yeah.
And was it 1 objective over here?
Yeah, 1 point there. Yeah, so I had two units in your territory,
Yeah.
and then give me 2 points, and then 3 points for the objectives. So.
Okay.
So then, yeah.
So you got how many points then?
I got 5 points.
5 points. Okay. So then, oh wait, but this is worth 3.
No, it's worth 2.
It's worth 2. Oh my god, it's worth 2. I stand corrected. Excellent. So then now we're in my turn. For my battle tactic, I am choosing to try and take this.
Back from me?
Yes, this little mat here, the prime objective, and that'll give me 4 points.
Yeah.
If I achieve it, because I'll be getting that, and then I'll set the other thing. Yeah, and I guess I'm going to try and heal up Volturnos. It's my heroic action, so I'm going to try and roll lower than his bravery.
Yeah.
Which he does. So he'll up D3 because he has a bravery of 8. So 2 more. So he's slowly springing back to life here. And
I will do their finest hour on Durthu.
Durthu, okay. That's very scary. Yeah. I might actually end up retreating out afterwards, after all. Yeah, so now then, I guess it's my hero phase. I do have a prayer. Do you have anything that flies still?
Yes, just this guy here.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's better than nothing. He'll get, I think he goes off on a 10. Maybe it's a 9 because he's a priest, but I think that's right. That didn't go off anyway.
Okay.
They never do unless you plan for it. Okay, so then I think that's the end of my hero phase. Right?
And then did you get your CPs? You should have got 1 for your general?
Yes, I got 1 for my general, so I'm up to a total of 4 now.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll be back at the end of my movement phase.
Excellent.
We're back. It's the end of the movement phase. I've moved everything. These guys are skirting the line in between. And we're in the flood tide now, so the whole army can run and charge, but not retreat and charge. But I didn't run with anything. Oh, actually, I did run with him, so he can't shoot anymore, because you can... Oh, but he can, because it's run and charge or run and shoot, but not both. So he's not going to be charging. Well, maybe he will charge in. I'll think about that. But first, we'll go to the shooting phase. So it'll be the Leviadon there shooting into the Kurnoth hunters with swords. So it's 3s, rerolling 1s. So reroll the 2 1s here. Okay, so those all hit, and now it's 3s and no rerolls. So we've got 6 on the Kurnoth hunters at -1 rend, please.
Okay, so they are on 5s, rerolling 1s because of the Treelord Ancient.
Sounds good. Wow.
That's a really good roll.
Yes, it is.
So I made 4 of those. So how many wounds each?
It's just 1 wound each.
Okay, so I will put 2 wounds on a guy.
Okay. Oh, this guy's already got 2 wounds.
Oh, there we go.
He's down to 1 wound, I guess?
So he's taken 4, yeah, so he's down to 1 wound.
Okay, I'll take it. And then it will be the net launcher from the shark that will stop Durthu from piling in, because why not? So it hits on 3s, it hits, it wounds on 3s, it wounds. It's no rend, but it's 3 damage.
Okay, so on a 2, saved.
Saved. Okay, so then, now I actually have to make a decision. Do I want to charge in here? Because he has more than 5 wounds, he'll count for 2 on the objective, right? or do I want to just try and pick off a few wounds from the Kurnoth Hunter? You know what? I think I'm going to charge him in. Yeah, so I'm not going to shoot with him. So I guess we'll be back with the combat phase.
The charges? The charge phase.
Sorry, we'll be back with the charge phase. We're back, it's the charge phase. First, I'm just going to go along in a line. I think everything's charging in like before. So first we'll go with the eels into these guys here. And 3 inches, we'll do it because I pre-measured. And then we'll do the turtle into the Kurnoth Hunters here. And he makes it with an 11. And right away I'm going to roll my, because I keep forgetting these things, 2 up, he does D3 mortal wounds. So he does 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, so that will kill him, and I'll put 2 wounds on him.
Okay, and I'll move him in because he rolled a nice high roll. And then Volturnos with a 6, and then he will also do D3 mortal wounds. 2 up. Gets it for 3 wounds.
Ouch.
Wow.
Kills another Kurnoth Hunter.
That was pretty clutch. And now it's the these 3. Actually, first I'm going to do this guy here. He's a speedy priest here. I'll roll it over here just so people can see. 5. That will do it.
That's it. Yep.
He'll go in, and then last but not least, it's the 3 spear boys with a 6. They'll definitely make it. So yeah, everything got in.
So yeah, do you want to move in, and then
I'll move in, and then I'll figure out what I'm fighting with, and then we'll come back.
Great.
Cool. So we're at the end of the charge phase. It is monster action time. So I get to go first because it's my turn. So the Leviadon's gonna quote unquote stomp again. 2 up. He does D3 mortal wounds. He does the big 3.
Okay, so I'll put 3 wounds on this guy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be doing a stomp on the eels from Durthu.
Okay.
So, fails.
Oh, fails. He rolled a 1. So I guess, and then we'll be back for the combat phase proper.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. It's the combat phase, and Andy has got to do his terrifying stomps, which he's landed every single time. So yeah, let's see it, Andy. So you're going to try and stomp the eels, correct?
Yeah, so on a 4 up, they fight last.
It's such a big deal.
No, they don't.
I was like, not again, right? Okay, I am going to, well, I'm going to go with the eels then.
Okay, I am going to spend a point to give Durthu a further all-out defense.
Okay. So he is on, he's at plus.
He's on a 1 up, rerolling 1s.
Whew. Okay, well, I'm going to do all-out attack on the eels from this guy.
Yep.
And so I'm going down to 3.
They can actually do it on their own now.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't even need to do that. But hey, right?
Yeah.
So let's see here. I'll do 2 spear attacks going into the... first I'll do the 2 spear attacks going into this guy here.
Sure.
So that's 5 spear attacks, and then the other 2 are going into the Kurnoth Hunter, and I'm going to split kind of as necessary. Andy and I already talked about it, but yeah, just trying to be specific on camera here. So it's 2s re-rolling 1s because of all-out attack. Okay. There we go. So they all hit, and now it's 3s re-rolling nothing. Of course. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. 3 2s. So it's 2 at -2, 2 damage.
Okay, on the Arch Revenant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he's saving on 6s, re-rolling 1s.
Okay.
So failed in both, so he takes 4 wounds.
4 wounds. Okay. We're off to a decent start here. And now it's 2 spear attacks on the tree, the Kurnoth Hunter with the sword.
Yeah.
So same thing. So both hit, and now 3s. So 1 at -2.
So he's on a 6, re-rolling fails.
Okay. Wow. So
6. He takes it.
Oh my gosh.
Tanks it.
He does tank it. He does not take it, unfortunately. So then I will do the bite attacks. The bite attacks are going to go where they have to go because they're only a 1-inch attack. So the first one will be, it'll be on the spite, or the, sorry, what's his name?
The Arch Revenant.
Arch Revenant. So one attack, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. So rerolling, he hits. And now it is 3s. Of course. Okay, it's going to be like that, is it? Now on the Treelord, or on Durthu. So 2s, rerolling 1s. So hits and wounds, and no rend, but it's D3 damage.
This is on Durthu?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so on 2s. Saved.
Okay, and now the bite attack on the Kurnoth Hunter is, it hits, and it wounds.
And what's the rend on that?
No rend.
Okay, so on a 4-up, rerolling fails.
Okay.
He tanks it.
And now both tail attacks are going into the Arch Revenant, and one into the on the other side. So it's 2d3 attacks on the Arch Revenant. Only 2 attacks. 2s, rerolling 1s because they charged. And now 3s. So that's 2 at no rend.
2 at no rend.
On the Arch Revenant.
Okay, so he is saving on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Okay. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, and now D3 attacks on the Kurnoth Hunter. That's 2. 2s, rerolling 1s. They both hit. And 3s. Just 1.
Rend?
No rend. 1
okay.
damage.
Okay, 4s. Reroll. No, he takes it.
Okay.
Just 1 damage?
Not where I wanted it to go, but yeah.
So he's taken 3 wounds. He survived.
So he took no damage for the
Where's the 3?
those D20s.
Yeah, the old D20s, eh? With no 3 on it.
I can mark him if you want.
Sure, I'm just gonna grab it.
So
I'll grab another.
Oh, sure. He's taken 3 wounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 wounds on the Kurnoth Hunter.
Excellent. Okay.
And then it's over to me.
Yes, it is.
Wow, this is a tough pick. I don't think I can kill...
No, I don't think so anymore.
No.
Honestly, I would probably go after the shark.
Yeah, I'm going to go after the shark with Durthu.
Sure.
So he has 5 attacks.
Or you might want to kill this. No, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. The shark is a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the shark.
Okay. Cool.
So 5 attacks.
Yep.
So he's hitting on 3s, and he doesn't get anything to reroll right now, so just hitting on 3s.
Okay.
And he hit with 3.
Okay.
And now he is +1 to wound, so he's wounding on 2s.
Cool.
So he got 3 at Rend 2 on the shark.
Okay, Rend 2. So he is just, I believe he's a 4-up. I should have probably... I don't think they changed his save. I don't see why they would. No. So 6s. 1 save.
So it's 12 wounds.
Oh man, he's just splatted. Wow. That shark has been made of paste. Okay then. I guess I'll go with the Allopex then.
Okay, so Allopex done over here?
Yeah, I'll go with the Allopex.
Yeah.
Because why not? Sorry, I said Allopex. The Allopex is the thing that got pasted. It's the Leviadon. Okay, so 2 attacks with the Crushing Jaws. And these are... these do 3 mortal wounds if they get a 6.
Okay.
So that's 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, so he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Okay, that was quick.
That was easy.
Nice and easy. Alrighty then.
I guess I will go with the Kurnoth Hunter on your hero then.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything anyway. So, but there's nothing left to do really.
Yeah. So
you might kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's hitting on 2s.
Okay. 2 1s.
So 2, and he's wounding on 3s.
Okay.
So 2 saves at Rend 1 for him.
2 saves at Rend 1. I think he has a 6-up. Soul Scryer, 6-up. Yeah, so it just goes through.
So 2 damage each, so it takes 4 wounds.
Oh, wow. So he's down to 1 wound left, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I done?
You've got him
that.
and you've got them over there as well.
Oh, right. Thank you. Okay. 3 attacks. 3, 2, and 2. So they are 3 ups, rerolling 1s. Okay. So those 2 come out, and those go through. And 3s. Okay, so that's 5 at minus anything? I don't think they're minus anything, actually. No, just
okay.
So 5, 1 damage.
Okay, so 5s. So 4 of them are dead, so they're all dead.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's only 4 guys there.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So that's the combat phase?
No, I gotta do one.
Oh, the Arch Revenant.
Gonna do the Arch Revenant. Yeah. So I'm just looking at his scroll here a second. So he has 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s, he does get to reroll 1s.
Okay.
So reroll the 1s.
It's a good thing. Roll them into a 1 for me, Andy. Do me a favor.
No, 3 hits.
He says no.
And wounding on 3s. So 2 saves at Ren 2.
At Ren 2. Whoa. Yes. He's dangerous, huh? Okay, so then that means they're saving on 6s. Come on. Okay. Oh, that was gonna be a 6.
2 damage each.
Oh, freaking hell. Okay, so that's 1 down. So that's basically 1 guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it'll go over here.
And then I get 1 more attack hitting on a 4, rerolling 1s.
Good thing.
Roll that 1. Still a 1.
Okay, you did it for me that time. Would have been better earlier, but I'll take what I can get. I guess that's the end of the combat phase.
Yeah, I got to do a stomp. This might be big. So my Kurnoth Hunter gets to stomp your priest guy.
Okay. Yep. What does he get it on?
Did the priest actually fight yet?
No, the priest did not fight.
Okay, fight with the priest.
He's such a whatever, you know?
Yeah.
3 attacks, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 4s. So 1 at no rend, 1 damage.
Okay, on a 4.
And you're re-rolling, right?
Save.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So then I get to roll to see if I stomp him.
No!
4 up, he takes a mortal wound.
Be good!
He takes a mortal wound.
No, he's dead. He's dead. Ouch. I still think it was, you know,
Good
worth.
move. Yeah.
I think the Kurnoth Hunter should have died.
Yeah.
Like to the spear attacks.
He tanked for sure.
He tanked like a boss. So
Yeah.
what more can you ask for? Okay, so I guess it's Battle Shock. I lost 1 guy here. And is this the bottom of the turn?
This is bottom of turn 2, yeah.
So I might as well just use my command ability to stop them from doing that.
Yeah.
So I'll do that.
Sure.
So they're okay, and I don't have anything else to take, and neither.
Yeah.
Okay, that was quick.
So then you're scoring.
Oh, my scoring. Yeah, well, we can figure this out on the fly, I think.
Yeah.
3 for me. So you still have this one.
Yeah.
I have this one.
Yeah. And you still have that one.
And I still have that one. So it's
3,
1,
2, 3.
2, 3, and then capturing this one.
Conquer, so you get 5 points.
Okay, so I'm up to 10 points?
You're up to 9 points.
9 points. Good thing you're keeping track. Okay, we are back. It's the priority roll now. And yeah, this is huge, right? So here we go.
Both rolled a 1.
Again, I rolled a 1. I can't win a priority roll. I told him going in, and it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably take it.
Yeah, and I guess I'll do the
to see where the objective goes.
to see where the objective goes. I mean, that might be part of your decision too.
Yeah.
So start of the battle round, we roll off to C. So it'll be on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
On a 4, so it's
middle.
here. Yeah. That's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
We'll be back with whoever's hero phase it is.
All right, so we're heading into turn 3 with Sylvaneth. So hero phase. So yeah, so I got 2 command points, and the battle tactic I'm going for is Conquer. So I'm going to try to take objective 3 back.
Excellent.
And my heroic action is I'm going to try to heal the Arch Revenant.
Cool.
So his bravery is 8.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do actually.
So I'll try to heal him, and he heals.
He does.
3, so he gets back 1 point.
It's so worth it though.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to roll for Volturnos. He's also going to try and heal.
Yeah.
He's been really lucky, so he's probably not going to get it. But oh, he got it again. I've rolled a 7 every time.
Yeah.
He just wants to show off. So it's D3. So he's unwounded now. But man, attaboy. Okay. So now we're on to the hero phase proper.
Yeah.
What's happening first?
I think what I'll do is I'm actually just going to do Mystic Shield on the Treelord Ancient.
Yep.
Rather than summoning a Wildwood, I think.
Oh, okay.
So goes off on a 5. Nope.
Cool.
And in fact, I think he takes damage.
He does, and you can't cast any more spells with him as well.
Until this turn.
Yeah, this turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he only cast one anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, then you're like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
So D3 mortal wounds, I guess.
So he takes 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds. Yikes.
Okay.
What a ripoff.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah, so then I can just go into my... Oh, and he's going to spend a CP to reroll 1s to save.
Okay. And can the Arch Revenant, can you cast spells?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Yep, so then just into movement phase.
Okay. Okay, so we'll be back with the movement phase.
Yeah. All right, so I just finished moving. It was pretty fast. I just pretty much moved 2 models, the Ancient and the Arch Revenant.
Yep.
The Arch Revenant did leave combat.
So you couldn't run.
So he couldn't run.
And this guy didn't need to run.
No, so he's going to shoot at these eels here. So he's got 1 shot with his Doom Tendril Staff.
Excellent.
He's taken 3 wounds, so now he's hitting on 3s.
Okay.
And I rolled 2, so he missed.
Okay. That was quick.
Durthu is going to shoot at the eels that he's in combat with.
Say it ain't so.
So 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. He hasn't been doing too well, but we'll see if this is better. No, it's not.
That's a big no.
That's a big no. So 1 hit.
Okay.
Wounding on 3.
You always wound.
No, I don't.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay, so that is the end of my shooting phase.
Okay. I guess we're going to go into... Do you know what you're charging, or if anything? No charges, I guess.
No charges. So it'll be straight into combat.
Okay. Do you know what you're fighting with first?
Well, actually, so at the end of the combat phase...
Oh, you can roar?
I can do a roar, or I can do a stomp.
Stomp is more assured.
Yeah.
Although you've been hitting 100% of those.
Yeah, so I'll do a stomp.
Okay. So D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up, right?
Yeah. So I rolled a 5, so it's going to be D3 mortal wounds on those guys. So they take 1 mortal wound.
So enough to take 1 guy. Enough to take the musician off. There we go. And now you can also make them fight last.
Yep, so I'll see if I can make those fight last.
Why not?
They do.
Okay. So this is going to be a very simple and easy to understand combat phase. Do you want to just go into the combat phase?
Sure. Let's
sure.
do that.
Let's do it.
So Durthu has 5 attacks.
Okay.
I will, let me see, do I want to spend a CP? Yes, he will spend a CP to reroll 1s to hit and to wound against that last guy.
Okay.
Which is kind of overkill,
but he needs to die.
He needs to die.
Yeah.
So he's got 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. So
okay.
Just that 2 misses. And then wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. So
okay.
So 2 at Ren 2.
So he's saving on 6s. Nope.
So 12 damage.
12 damage. You literally killed him 3 times over. Good night, sweet Achillean prince. You shall be missed. Okay, so that combat's done then.
Yes.
Okay, battle shock doesn't need to happen. And so you score this objective here.
So 1, yep.
And
that one there.
This one here.
2.
So 2
and
plus
conquer.
So you got 4.
4 points. So that puts me on 15.
Okay. I guess we'll be back with my turn 3.
Great.
We're back. It's my hero phase. For my battle tactic, I've chosen bring it down on this guy. Or actually, I don't think I need to say, but that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend a CP from Volturnos, and I can't stack these anymore, which makes me so sad because I never got to use it when it was really strong. But I'm putting extra attacks on himself I get to choose 3 units that are within 18 inches, and this guy and these guys here. So they're all going to be +1 attack across the board. Yeah, so I guess that's it. We'll be back.
Well, and your heroic action?
Oh, my heroic action, absolutely. I will, what? Actually, I'm going to have a think because I don't remember them. Hey, we're back. So it was obvious. I still haven't done their finest hour on Volti here, and this is going to be his finest hour. I can feel it in my bones. It's high tide. We're ready to rock. So we'll be back after my movement phase.
And I'll do their finest hour on the Treelord Ancient.
On the Treelord Ancient. It will be a duel of finest hours. Okay, we're back. It's the shooting phase. I've only got one thing left that shoots, and it's my big old Leviadon. He's going to put everything into this guy here. So it's hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. So they all hit, so that's nice. And then 3s again, no rerolls. Oh, wait a second. I'll have to be right back. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to check. I know Domhain rerolls wound rolls against monsters, but I couldn't remember if that was a combat phase or if that was all the time. So those 3 that I missed are rerolled into 2 more hits. So that is 7. 7 hits, or 7 attacks rather.
7 wounds? 7
wounds, yes sir. They all hit, and then I was re-rolling those wound rolls.
Any rend?
Yes. Minus 1 rend. Minus 1 rend. Yes.
Okay, so I'm saving on 5s. He's probably dead.
Really?
Yeah. So he takes 4 wounds, and
this guy is dead.
Oh no, it's that guy. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, pardon me. Sorry.
Good thing you didn't.
So rend 1, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so their finest hour puts him on a 2.
Yep.
So then
-1 puts him back on a 3.
So the 2 fails, but I get to reroll the 1.
Okay.
Which is a fail, so he takes 2 wounds.
Okay, that was worth it. Yeah, I was originally going to shoot into the Arch Revenant, but I chose bring it down. So I'm like, you know what? That's where my stuff has to go. We'll be back after. Actually, no, we can just charge.
Yeah,
I'll roll the charges right now. Leviadon, big time boxcars. I love it. Loves it. Oh, I just knocked off something. Okay, Volti. Makes it with a 4 because he was outside of 3.
Yep.
And then these guys here. Makes it. So I'll just move them in. Oh, darn it. Sorry, I bumped him back. These goofy models. And then I'll charge in the spear guy too. He makes it with a 5. Cool. So everything's in. We'll be back with the combat phase. At the end of the charge phase, I roll for my D3 mortal wounds on each one. So the Leviadon will go first, and on a 2-up, and he does it. D3 for 2, and then
7.
Okay, and then Volturnos. Volturnos will do on a 2-up as well. For D3, for 2 more.
So I need to find a 9.
I think we're going to bring it down. And then I'm going to do Titanic Duel with my Leviadon, which gives him +1 to hit, I believe. Right?
Yeah, and I'll do Titanic Duel as well. +1 to hit
okay.
Against the monster, only against the monster.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yep. Yeah. Monster v monster. And yeah, should I
got to roll to see if you fight last.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's see it.
So I'll do it on your Leviadon.
Yep.
And he does. He fights.
He does, but because I'm fighting first with all my units because it's high tide, it just goes back to normal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fight with him first. Oh wait. So does that work against monsters? What do you call it? Your ability?
Yes.
It does work against monsters? Okay, so then I will go with the Leviadon first then.
And I will spend a CP for all-out defense on the Treelord Ancient.
Okie doke. I will choose all-out defense on Volturnos, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to help with some of that rend.
Yeah.
And I'll pull up the, there we go. So He's got 3 attacks now with the jaws. 6s are 3 mortal wounds.
If you roll a 6 here, he's dead.
If I roll 1 6?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, that's very climactic.
Yeah, he's dead.
2 6s. Wow, 6 mortal wounds. Well, we brought it down. Okay, then we'll go into the eels, I guess.
Yep.
Sure. So they are +1 attack, so 4 for the leader, and then 3, or no, 4 each. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh no, it's 5 with the leader now because of Supreme Lord of Tides, and then 4 each for the other ones. Okay, so now we're hitting on 3s. There we go. You and you. And, oh, no, that's a 2. And now wounding on 3s. And I think I might have missed a couple rerolls there, but I'm not super worried about it. There's a lot of attacks coming your way. 4, so 7 attacks went through. No rend, 1 damage.
Okay, so 4 is rerolling 1s. He's dead.
Oh, wow. Well, that was another quick combat phase for you people. Yeah, there's no battle shock to do, I think.
Nope.
Do you want to just go into the roll-off?
Well, we score your points first.
Oh, sure. Smart. So we've got the main objective, which is 2.
Yep.
This one, which is 1.
So that's 3.
Plus 2 for killing the monster.
And an extra 1 for killing a monster.
Extra 1, so 6 more.
So 6 points for you.
Yes, so I'm on 15.
So it's 15 each.
15 each, wow.
And then we'll go into the roll-off?
Let's do the roll-off, why not? Okay, here we go.
I got a 2.
I got a 1. I refuse to win a roll-off. Well, I guess we'll come back with your decision.
Yeah.
Hey, so we forgot to film the, which, you know, it's the top of the battle round. Andy's going to take it, but what we don't know is which is going to be the alpha objective. The alpha, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's, that is the worst roll it could have been for you.
Okay, so we're into my hero phase, and we're gonna do, I got 2 command points, because I'm taking the top of the turn and my general's still alive.
Yep.
And I'm gonna choose the monstrous takeover battle tactic.
And what does that do?
So that's where I just need to use a monster to take an objective.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So
should be good.
Should be easy.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna roll for my heroic action to try and get an extra CP on a 4-up. I do. So
okay.
I get another CP.
I'll do the same thing. I've got 3 command points because my general's alive and because I took the bottom of the turn. There we go. So another one. So 4 for me. How nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, I guess we'll be back with your at the end of your movement phase.
Yeah. Okay, so in the shooting phase, I'm going to spend a CP to do all-out attack with Durthu.
Okay.
So he's going to shoot this closest eel.
Okay.
So he is hitting on 3s now because of the +1. And he still misses with 4 of them. Wow. And he's wounding on 3s. 2, and so it's 2 at rend 1 for that blue eel there.
Okay, let's see. So he saves 1, he misses 1.
D3. So 3 wounds.
3 wounds, so he's dead. You ganked him. Okay.
And then we're just pretty much into the charge.
Yep.
So
you want to just roll your charge?
Charge with Durthu.
Okay.
So that's a 5. I think
Okay.
that's not going to make it.
I think that'll make it. Well, we can measure it later.
No, no, it's not going to make it. So I'll spend a CP to reroll.
Okay.
So 5 again. He doesn't make it. So that is probably it for my turn. I do take this objective.
Do you want to charge with the Kurnoth Hunter?
Sure, I'll try charge with it.
Okay.
No. So
Alrighty then.
I think, yeah, so I do take this with a monster.
Okay, yep.
So I'll get 2 3 points for this round. Puts me
Excellent.
up to 18.
Okay. Cool.
And that's the end of my turn. Over to you.
We'll be back with Deepkin turn 4. Okay, we're back. It is the top of it's not the top of turn 4. It's Deepkin turn 4, which is the bottom of turn 4. And I'm going to be, my battle tactic is to do Monstrous Takeover, which is what Andy did last time. So I'm going to take an objective. And then I'm going to, for my heroic action, try to roll a 4-up and get another command point. I've got room to spare at this point. Got a 6, so...
I'll do the same thing.
I'm not even using them all.
Yeah, I get a CP as well.
Okay, excellent. So then I guess we'll be back at the end of my movement phase. Okay, we're back. It's the Deepkin shooting phase. I've only got one unit that shoots, obviously, so it's going to be this guy. I'm going to burn a command point and give him all-out attack, so he'll be hitting on 2s. And he's within 18 inches, so he's re-rolling 1s.
I'll spend a CP for all-out defense.
Do it. Use it before you lose it. Here we go, 2s re-rolling 1s. Oh my gosh, 4 1s. Yikes. Okay, so those all hit, and now wounding, I'm re-rolling everything against him because he's a monster. So it's 3s. Re-rolling everything, all fails. There we go. So it is 6 at -1, 1 damage.
Okay, so I'm on a 2, but back to a 3.
Okay.
So I take 2 wounds. And then I have a 5-up after save.
Okay.
So I only take 1.
Nice. Nicely done. That's it. I guess we'll just go right into the charge phase here.
Yep.
So it'll be, first I'll do this guy.
Yeah.
Because that's a 9-inch charge. And I'm going to make Volty re-roll it if he needs to. He needs to. So let's do that again.
Okay, re-roll for a CP.
Re-roll for a CP. Nope. Double 1s. Good thing you don't take any damage on that. Huh. Maybe I won't charge in Volty. I don't know if I can kill him. We'll see. Anyway, and now it'll be the shield eels, the Ishlaen Guard. And they make it. So I'll just move them in. And then, should I charge Volty in? No, I think I'm going to wait because it's the bottom of the turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it'll just be these guys attacking here.
Yeah, are they within 3 of Durthu or
Yeah.
no?
Yep. I think they must be. Oh, I guess I could have charged them in so they weren't. No, I can't. I just bumped him.
Okay.
Trying to cheat.
So he can do, at the end of the charge phase, he can do a monstrous rampage.
That's right.
So he is going to stomp them.
Okay.
So on a 2-up, they take D3 mortal wounds.
Yikes.
So they take 2 mortal wounds.
Oof. Okay. Well, 2 mortal wounds finally on these shield eels. And
then I'll roll to see if he stomps them to fight last.
Oh, right. Yikes.
And they don't.
Okay. Well, there's something. Do you want to just go into combat then?
Yep, let's go straight into combat. So
Okay.
you're up.
4, 3.
Obviously, I'll do the thicket with the
Yeah.
hunter.
Yep. So it'll be. Oh, I'm going to do all-out attack on them.
Okay.
So they're going to hit
I'll
on
do
2s.
all-out defense on the Kurnoth hunter.
Cool. Okay, so hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. So they all hit. And then wounding on 3s. So that's 5.
Okay.
No rend.
5 no rend, so he's on 3s re-rolling.
Okay.
Saved
Whoa.
everything?
Wow. Okay then. And then 3 attacks with the mouth attacks. Yeah. Ishlaen Guard. 3 attacks total. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. So all hit. 3s to wound. 2 no rend. With D3 damage.
Okay, so saving on 3s. Saved.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I can do it. D3 attacks. So 2, 3, 4 attacks. 2s, re-rolling 1s. This was a bad idea apparently.
Yeah.
And now 3s. So that's only 2.
2.
2 go through.
So on 3s, 1 goes through, but re-roll.
Okay.
Saved.
Wow. They did nothing.
So then I'll pile in with
Now the
Durthu.
strike back, yes.
So Durthu will come around the edge here.
Okie doke.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
And there's 3 wounds is on him.
Okay.
So Durthu is on 3 attacks. I guess it's the end of the turn. It's the end of the turn. So he's going to do a CP for all-out attack.
Okay.
So he's going to be hitting on 2s.
Okay.
All hit. Mm-hmm. And then wounding on 3s.
Okay.
2 saves at Ren 2, but you don't care, so just two saves.
And they charge, so they are on a 3-up, but they're not in range of the void drum.
Okay.
So it's saving on 3s. They both save.
Okay. And then he gets his massive impaling talon. Mm-hmm. 6 is good. A 6 is good. I think it does D6 mortal wounds.
Whoa!
For 3 mortal wounds.
Oof, that kills another poor lad.
I'll check that.
Or lady, as it were in this case.
Yes, D6 mortal wounds.
Ouch. That's horrifying. Okay.
And then I get the
Sword Hunter?
Kurnoth Hunter.
Yep.
So he has 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. And then wounding on 3s. So 1 at Rend 1.
So 3-up, and he saves.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. So we've got...
Oh, I get at the end of the combat on a 4-up, I do a mortal wound.
Okay.
Yep, mortal wound.
Okay, so two more wounds on the banner bearer there. And they can't fail because they are +1 bravery from Volturnos.
Yep.
And yeah, so I guess it's scoring. So this is the main objective, so that's worth 2.
Yeah.
And this one's worth 1, plus I took it with a monster, so that's 5 total, I think, right?
Yes, so you score 5, so you're on 20 points.
20 points, okay. This is such a close game.
Should we do a roll-off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Here we go. A 5.
I got a 3.
I finally... Okay, I'm going to take it, so I guess we'll be back.
Do you want to roll to see which is the primary?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So the middle one.
Middle, okay.
Okay. So we'll be back with my hero phase and what I decide for my battle tactic.
Yeah.
We're back. Deepkin hero phase. I've gotten 2 command points, 1 for just getting 1 and 1 for my general being alive. And then I'm going to try and roll and get another one. I do, with a 5.
All right, and I will try to heal Durthu.
Okay.
So I rolled 8, and his bravery is 9, so I can get D3 back.
Nice.
So he heals up to full.
Excellent.
And
That will come in handy.
Yeah, and then what is your battle tactic?
My battle tactic is Savage Strike.
Savage Spearhead.
Savage Spear. So basically I have to be wholly within his territory. I have to have 2 units wholly within his territory at the end to get it. So yeah, and then we'll come back after the movement phase. We're into the shooting phase. It's going to be short and it's going to be sweet. I'm going to do all-out attack again onto the Leviadon for +1 to hit.
And he's going on the Kurnoth Hunter?
What's that?
And he's targeting...
He's shooting the Kurnoth Hunter.
Okay,
yes,
I'll
sir.
spend a CP for all-out defense.
Okay, so it's going to be 8 attacks, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. Okay, they all hit. And now wounding on 3s. So 5 at -1 rend.
Okay, so I'm back to being on a 4.
Excellent.
He takes 2.
Okay.
The 1 damage each, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he takes 2.
So is he dead?
He's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. I will take it. And now I guess we can just go into the charge phase here.
Yep.
So first I'll do the Leviadon. For the big 10, I'll put that aside. And then Volti, he just needs a 3 for the 9. And these guys are already in. So
yeah,
we'll come back with the with the combat phase.
Yep.
Okay, we're back. I've got to do my end of the charge phase mortal wounds. So on a, I believe it's a 2 up. Yeah, 2 up for the Leviadon. So he does D3 mortal wounds for 2 mortal wounds.
Okay,
Here, why don't I do both of them at the same time?
Sure.
So then 2 up from Volti for 1. So 3 total mortal wounds.
Okay, so saving on 5s. So didn't save any of those, so he takes 3 wounds.
Okay. 3, And then I'm choosing Titanic Duel for my monster.
I'll choose Stomp, and I'm going to do it on those eels in the back.
Right on.
So on a 2 up, they take D3 mortal wounds, so they take 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal
on those
wounds.
eels in the back.
Oof. So you kill another one and put one down to 3, or down. He's taken 1. That was a good move, I think. Okay, so
and
now,
then, so see
are you trying to make someone fight last?
Yeah, I will try to make, which one does the mortal wounds? It's the
it's the Leviadon.
Okay, I will try to make the Leviadon fight last.
Okay.
He does.
He does, okay. So then it's going to be Volti first.
Yep.
And
I will do all-out defense on Durthu.
I will do all-out defense on the turtle because he is my most precious item on the table right now. So, I better minus it before I forget. Down to 1. Okay. So the Leviadon, he's got 6 attacks with his nonsense, and it's +1 to hit, right? So hitting on 2s, rerolling.
Sorry, which one did I stomp?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You did stomp him. Yeah. So I got to go to Volturnos.
Yes.
You can't just do whatever you want, Rob. There are consequences to. So 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. Ooh. So these are all. Sorry, I'm actually hitting on. Oh no, I am hitting on 3s because I did the Titanic Duel on him.
Yeah.
Rerolling this 1. Okay, so they all hit, and these ones are at -5 rend.
Okay.
So I'll do them individually. So it's 3s to wound here. They both wound, and I'm rerolling everything because he's a monster, and I'm Domhain. So I reroll that. So these 3 are -5 rend. Does he get a save?
He's on a 2 up right now.
2 up save, so
3, 4, 5, 6. No, he doesn't get a save.
okay, so then these 2 are at -1, so he'll get a save for those.
Okay, so he saves those on 3s. Save those, yeah.
Okay, so now it's D3 wounds, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
Okay, so then he gets his 5 up save. Wow, so he takes 2.
Wow, what a beefy monster. Him with a 5 up is really scary.
Yeah.
Because he can make his save so good. Okay, well then it's the Fanged Jaw and Talons from the Deepmere. So we're hitting on 3s, rerolling the 1s from himself, and because of the charge, which is, they all hit, and then 3s, rerolling everything. So that's 2 at -1.
2 at -1.
Yes, sir.
So 3s, saved.
Wow. Okay, and then the last 3 are the Lashing Tails, 3s, rerolling 1s, and now 3s, rerolling everything. So that's 3, no rend, but they're 2 damage.
So on 2s.
Okay, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Wow. So I guess it's Durthu's time.
Yeah, so I'm going to do something interesting here. Actually, his Massive Impaling Talon known as in a range of 1. So he's going to put everything into Volturnos.
Okay.
Strangely.
He's -1 to hit no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense to me.
I mean, I can't kill that turtle, so.
I think you'll be hard pressed to kill the turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has 3 attacks. So he is going to be hitting on 4s then.
Wait, I can give him all-out defense though, right?
If you haven't, they can only spend a C. They can only do.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Because I gave him a Titanic Duel, so there wasn't point of giving him all-out attack.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spend my last CP.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on 4s, so we hit with 1, and then wounding on a 3. So 1 save at Ren 2 for Volturnos.
So he is +2 because 1 from the Void Drum, 1 from All Out Defense. And then he's -2, so he's back to his 3-up save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3-up, and he saves it.
And then the Massive Impaling Talon on him.
Yep.
Is a miss.
Oh, okay. Is that him done?
Yeah, so now you can do the turtle.
Okay. Let's see here. I put him away. Well, I didn't put him away, but I took my bookmark out. So, there we go. Leviadon. So 6 attacks. And hitting on 2s because of Titanic Duel. And there we go. Wait a minute. I did give him +1 to save, didn't I?
The Volturn?
Oh, I already gave him +1 to save, right? Or did I give him all out attack? Was I hitting on 2s? I might have done that.
You did Titanic Duel to get +1 to hit.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, we can check it. We'll check it after if I made a mistake there. But yeah, well, so now it's 3s to wound, rerolling everything because he's a monster. Oops, I failed to reroll that. So that's 5, no rend, 1 damage.
5, no rend.
Yes, sir.
So 2s. So 2 go through.
Okay.
And then 5 up to ignore.
Right.
So he takes 1.
Okay. And now 4 attacks from the massive scythed fins, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Okay, so that's that. And then 3s, rerolling everything, because he's a monster. So that's 3 at -1, and they're 4 damage each.
Okay, so on 3s. Save them all.
Nice. Wow. Okay, and now it's 2. This is the more important one. It's the jaw attack. I'm praying for some 6s. Nope. But he was hitting on 2s regardless, and now it's 2s to wound, rerolling. Oh, now I get it. Okay, so that's 2 at -2, 3 damage.
Okay, so on 4s.
That's a
1
1.
goes through. 4 damage.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Yes,
So
sir.
the after save makes 2 of those.
Wow.
So it takes 1 more.
What a beast. Okay.
He's on 7 wounds now.
Yes, sir.
Taking 7 wounds.
Okay, and then I'll move in my little guy here.
Yep.
And yeah, so he's got 4 attacks. 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, rerolling. So 3, no rend, 1 damage.
3, no rend.
Yes, sir.
So 1 goes through.
Okay. So just 1
after
damage.
save.
Oh, right.
Nope, so that goes through.
Okay, and then 1 jaw attack, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, rerolling because he's a monster. So that's 1 at no rend, D3 damage.
Save.
Okay, and then D3 attacks. 1 attack, so hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, rerolling everything because he's a monster. So that's 1 at no rend, 1 damage.
Okay. Saved.
Okay, that's the end. I lost another eel monster, but I'm +1, so I can't fail there.
So scoring wise, you're going to get all of the objectives.
Yes.
And you'll get your 2, so that'll put you on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
So that'll put you on 26.
26.
Yeah, and the maximum I could score is 6, so that's it.
Okay. Wow. What a game. Thanks so much for coming, Andy. It was actually a really tight game, I think, until the very end here.
Yeah.
But a few key moments and whatnot ended up clutching it out. But I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like Sylvaneth are a lot better in Age of Sigmar 3.0. I don't know if they're maybe necessarily where they could be or should be, but yeah, like Durthu, you know, on 2-up, re-rolling 1s, and then he's just such a scary monster. I think we said it off camera, but destroying this Wildwoods, giving him the extra attacks, really made a huge difference. to the progression of the game. But I mean, it's a pretty close nail biter here at the end. Only 3 models left on my side and 1 model left on your side. So, yeah. Well, thanks again. Thanks for everyone for watching. If you wouldn't mind just sliding your mouse over or just tapping on that subscribe button and hitting the like button and giving us some comments. Tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you liked. Tell us what you hated. Do it all. It helps the channel grow. It helps people find it. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, real quick, right before the credits, I wanted to mention my favorite store for hobby supplies, magicstronghold.com. They're not paying me anything to say this, but they've been so kind to me, and they have the best selection of hobby supplies of anywhere I've come across in Canada. They've got War Colors, AK Interactive, Scale 75, Gamer's Grass, Green Stuff World, you name it, they've got it, and great deals on Games Workshop products as well. Give them a call. Please tell them I sent you. Link in the description.